Okay, so here the paper you are seeing here it's saying how to make chemical formula in chemistry. So there are situations where someone you just find a chemical formula, but you don't know how it is made. For example, we can make a chemical formula for hydrogen plus oxygen, which is water. So now, if you want to make a chemical formula, you have to consider the valences of those elements that you are putting in. So now we say the first one, we are going to consider the first example here. We're going to say we have got hydrogen. So hydrogen, I'm going to just write its chemical symbol. This is the formula for hydrogen molecule. So it has a valence of what? It has a valence of just 1, like that. So 1, we write it on top at the superscript. Then here we have oxygen. Oxygen has a valence of what? Has a valence of 2. So what happens here? Here the valences, here the superscript swaps. So the one for oxygen will come to hydrogen, then the one for hydrogen will go to actually to oxygen. So this simply means that for water to be formed, 1 atom of oxygen is combined to 2 atoms of hydrogen. So we're going to say they will swap this actually the valences. So say hydrogen will have 2, then oxygen will have 1, like this. So now, how do we end this? We're going to divide by 1 here, so we're going to just remain with H2O. So this is how we make the chemical formula for water. So now the second one is calcium oxide. So calcium oxide is the second one. So let's make the chemical formula for calcium oxide. So now we need to know the valences of these two. So calcium is found in which group? So group 1, all group 1 metals, they have a valence of 1. All group 2 metals, they have a valence of 2. All group 3 metals, they have a valence of 3. So calcium is found in group what? If you have a periodic table, they are going to check. I'm not going to say everything. So calcium is found in group 2. So I'll say calcium with a symbol like this, small letter, big letter, and the small letter. Then we say it has a valence of 2. A superscript, we put 2 on top. Then we say H close. Then we are going to put here oxygen. What is the valence of oxygen? The valence of oxygen is 2. What happens here? The superscript, as I said, also as it happened to water, they will swap. Where we have calcium having 2, the valence, okay, having 2, even the oxygen will have 2, like this. So when there are 2 here, you can divide through. You can divide 2 through everything you are seeing here. Then you cancel these 2, you cancel even these 2. What are we remaining with? We are remaining with calcium oxide. So calcium oxide, it's written without any number like this, because the valences actually cancels each other. As a result, it will only remain calcium oxide, like this. So this is how we can write it for calcium oxide. So for example, let's say we are making for sodium. Let's say we are making for calcium chloride. Let's say we are making for calcium chloride. So let's make for calcium chloride. So let's say this is 3 calcium chloride. So say calcium. So calcium chloride. So calcium chloride. Calcium chloride. So calcium, its symbol is Ca with a valence of 2, a superscript of 2. So remember, when the numbers on top is not a valence, we call it a superscript. Times chloride here, we have chlorine, like this. Then it has a valence of what? 1. So a superscript of 1. So what happens if you want to make calcium chloride or sodium chloride, but now we're talking about calcium chloride? They are going to swap the numbers, the valences. So for 2, it will go to chlorine, so that Here it simply means every one calcium atom is bonded to 2 chlorine atoms. That's what it means. So no wonder it will end as CaCl, then 2 will come here, then K1 it will bond Ca, they will swap the numbers. Then divide throughout by 1. So we are going to remain only with Ca, then Cl2. So this is for calcium or chloride. Then let's look at that one. The last one, the hydrogen chlorine molecules. Hydrogen plus chlorine molecules. The fourth one, just discuss the fourth one for today. So the hydrogen chlorine molecule, how can you bond this? How can you make the chemical formula for hydrochloric acid? When you join hydrogen plus chlorine, it gives you hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid, it is formed by hydrogen, which is having a valence of 1, then close, then we say chlorine, which is having the valence of what? Of 1 also. So chlorine and hydrogen both have got a valence of 1. Why? Okay, so how is it going to happen now here? We are going to swap the numbers. Although they are 1s, it is just going to end as CH1, then Cl1. Then when you divide this through by my 1s, it's same as we write as HCl like this. So this is the chemical formula for hydrochloric acid. Okay, so now I want people to actually attempt it. They can find how you can make sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid. So make sulfuric acid the formula for me. So this is the more like task. So make sulfuric acid for me. Then the second one, make sodium chloride. So make sodium. So sodium chloride. So make sodium chloride like this. Then the last one, make magnesium oxide. You have to make sure you know their symbols. So make magnesium. So magnesium oxide. Make magnesium oxide. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.